Welcome back to the channel. No amount of fame or wealth can shield someone from the consequences of their actions. Some of Hollywood's biggest stars, once celebrated by millions, are now behind bars for serious crimes. From drug trafficking and sexual offenses to even murder, these actors have watched their careers and freedom slip away due to their shocking decisions. In today's video, we'll be exploring the stories who are currently incarcerated, facing the consequences of their choices. Stay tuned to discover their dramatic fall from grace. First on the list is Danny Masterson, famously known for his role as Stephen Hyde on That 70s Show. He also starred in Men at Work and The Ranch, where he reunited with his co-star Ashton Kutcher. However, Masterson's career took a tragic turn in 2017 when the Los Angeles Police Department launched an investigation into allegations of sexual assault after 3 women came forward. The women accused Masterson of drugging and raping them at his home between 2001 and 2003, though he consistently maintained his innocence. Initially, Masterson's trial stalled when the jury could not reach a verdict. However, in the retrial the following year, he was convicted on 2 of the 3 rape charges and sentenced to 30 years to life in prison, with the possibility of parole after 25 years. He is currently serving his sentence in a California men's correctional facility located between San Francisco and Los Angeles. A controversial aspect of the case is the involvement of the Church of Scientology, which both Masterson and the victims were members of. The women have accused the church of attempting to shield Masterson and pressuring them to stay silent. One victim claimed that when she reported the assault at the church's Hollywood headquarters, she was told not to use the word rape and was threatened with expulsion from the church, as well as estrangement from her family and friends if she contacted the police. The Church of Scientology has denied these claims, stating that it has no policy preventing members from reporting crimes to authorities and emphasizes adherence to the law. The second on the list is Ryan Grantham, a child actor who gained fame for his role as Rodney James in the 2010 film Diary of a Wimpy Kid. He also appeared in the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus and an episode of the CW series Riverdale. With over 30 on-screen appearances, Grantham appeared to have a promising acting career ahead of him. However, at the age of 21, tragedy struck when Grantham shocked the world by killing his own mother. On that fateful day, Grantham shot his mother in the back while she was playing the piano at their home in British Columbia. After committing this brutal act, he loaded his car with guns and ammunition, intending to assassinate Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Fortunately, he changed his mind and instead contemplated carrying out a shooting at his alma mater, Simon Fraser University, before ultimately deciding to turn himself in to the authorities. During the trial, Grantham's attorney disclosed that he had been evaluated by 2 court-appointed psychiatrists, both of whom agreed that Grantham was suffering from severe depression, a marijuana use disorder, and other psychological issues at the time of the incident. Grantham pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and expressed a desire to rehabilitate and help others during his sentencing. He is currently serving his sentence and will be eligible for parole in 2036 after serving at least 14 years. No one could have predicted that a promising child actor would end up on such a terrifying and tragic path of crime. Next on the list is Joe Sun, a martial artist whose journey from Hollywood fame to criminal infamy is as shocking as it is tragic. Born in South Korea and raised in the United States, Sun pursued a career in professional mixed martial arts. While his performance in the 1994 UFC 3 tournament was unremarkable, his acting career found moderate success. He became known for playing menacing villains in low-budget action films, alongside stars like Lorenzo Lamas and Dolph Lundgren. However, it was his role as Random Task in the 1997 hit comedy Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery, that brought him wider recognition and cemented his place in pop culture. Sun's seemingly promising career took a dark turn in 2008 when he was arrested for vandalizing his roommate's car. What appeared to be a minor crime led to a shocking revelation. A DNA match linked him to a horrific cold case from Christmas Eve in 1990. Sun and an accomplice had kidnapped a 19-year-old woman walking her dog, subjecting her to hours of brutal torture, sexual assault, and threats at gunpoint. During the assault, Sun made the chilling remark, "I am my own Christmas present." While the statute of limitations on the sexual assault charges had expired, Sun was convicted of felony torture and sentenced to 7 years to life in prison. Just a month after his release on parole, Sun stunned the world once again by murdering a fellow inmate, resulting in an additional 27-year sentence for manslaughter. Now serving a life sentence, Joe Sun's dramatic fall from a brief moment of Hollywood fame to lifelong incarceration is a grim testament to the consequences of his actions. Michael Jace, an actor best known for portraying police officer Julian Lowe on the acclaimed FX series The Shield. Jace also appeared in iconic films like Forrest Gump and Boogie Nights, earning recognition for his compelling on-screen presence. However, his career and reputation were shattered by a devastating event in his personal life that left the public stunned. On a harrowing night in his Hyde Park home in Los Angeles, Jace, overcome with jealousy and an irrational fear that his wife April, an accomplished athlete, might leave him, committed an unthinkable act. In a fit of rage, he shot her in the leg in front of their 2 young sons, ages 5 and 8, reportedly saying, "If you like to run, run to heaven." Prosecutors described how Jace, fueled by alcohol and misguided anger, acted out of a toxic mix of insecurity and resentment. The horrific event not only took April's life but also devastated their family, leaving their children with a traumatic memory that would haunt them forever. At trial, Jace was convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to 40 years to life in prison. During sentencing, he expressed profound remorse, acknowledging the enormity of his actions, saying, "My actions that night were completely unjustified. I am deeply sorry for the pain I have caused everyone." Despite his apology, the immeasurable grief and trauma caused by his violent act left scars that can never be erased. Michael Jace is currently serving his sentence at California State Prison Corcoran. His story remains a chilling example of how unchecked jealousy and anger can spiral into tragedy, leaving a permanent shadow over the lives of everyone involved. The incident serves as a painful reminder of the devastating consequences of unaddressed emotions and the importance of seeking help before it's too late. Amy Locane, a rising star of the early 1990s, first captivated audiences opposite Johnny Depp in John Waters' Cry Baby. Her standout performance in Blue Sky earned her a Young Artist Award nomination for Best Young Actress, and she became a household name through her role in the hit series Melrose Place. However, at the height of her fame, Locane made the surprising decision to step away from Hollywood to focus on raising her family, choosing personal priorities over a flourishing career. Tragedy struck on June 27, 2010, when Locane was involved in a devastating car crash. Driving 53 miles per hour in a 35-mile-per-hour zone, she collided with the car of Fred Seaman as he was turning into his driveway. His wife, Helen, a visiting NYU professor, was tragically killed in the accident. Locane's blood alcohol level was found to be 3 times the legal limit at the time. She was charged with second-degree manslaughter and vehicular assault. Despite the gravity of her actions, Locane was initially sentenced to only 3 years in prison, with the judge citing the impact on her children and family circumstances. While serving her sentence, Locane participated in alcohol treatment programs and achieved sobriety. However, an appeals court later deemed the initial sentence too lenient, increasing it to 8 years. Locane is currently serving her time at New Jersey's Edna Mahan Correctional Facility, with eligibility for parole set for December 20th, 2024. This tragic incident serves as a stark reminder of how a single decision can forever alter the course of a life once filled with promise. Harvey Weinstein, once one of Hollywood's most influential moguls. As the co-founder of Miramax, Weinstein produced iconic films like Pulp Fiction and Good Will Hunting, and even earned an Oscar for Shakespeare in Love. For decades, he wielded immense power in the industry, until allegations of his predatory behavior surfaced, leading to his dramatic downfall. In 2017, the New York Times published a bombshell investigation detailing allegations of sexual harassment and abuse spanning decades. This was followed by a New Yorker expose that revealed even more victims, with nearly 100 women, including high-profile actresses, sharing their harrowing experiences. In 2018, Weinstein was charged by the New York District Attorney's Office with rape and sexual assault involving 2 women. Actress Annabella Sciorra also gave powerful testimony, describing how Weinstein forced his way into her apartment and raped her, underscoring the horrifying extent of his crimes. Weinstein was sentenced to 23 years in prison in New York and later received an additional 16-year sentence for convictions in Los Angeles. He also faces sexual assault charges in the UK. Currently incarcerated at Mohawk Correctional Facility in New York, Weinstein is unlikely to ever walk free, as his sentences virtually ensure he will spend the rest of his life behind bars. This once dominant figure now serves as a stark symbol of accountability in the wake of the Me Too movement. Suge Knight, a towering figure in hip-hop history, played a key role in shaping the West Coast music scene as the co-founder of Death Row Records. Under his leadership, the label propelled artists like Dr. Dre, Tupac Shakur, and Snoop Dogg to global stardom, cementing its legacy in the 1990s. However, Knight's influence in the music industry was often overshadowed by his involvement in numerous legal disputes, violent altercations, and a controversial personal life that frequently made headlines alongside his professional accomplishments. In 2015, during the filming of the biopic Straight Outta Compton, Knight became embroiled in a violent confrontation with Terry Carter and Clee "Bone" Sloan. The altercation escalated, and Knight drove his vehicle into Carter, resulting in Carter's tragic death and serious injuries to Sloan. The incident drew widespread media attention and added to the growing list of legal troubles that had long haunted Knight's career. Initially charged with murder and attempted murder, Knight later accepted a plea deal, pleading no contest to voluntary manslaughter. In 2018, he was sentenced to 28 years in prison, with parole eligibility in 2034. This marked a dramatic fall from grace for a man who once dominated the music industry, illustrating the sharp divide between his groundbreaking influence in hip-hop and the turmoil of his personal life. Next on the list is Jen Shah, the glamorous reality TV star who rose to fame on Bravo's The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Known for her bold personality, extravagant lifestyle, and fierce fashion, Shah quickly became a standout on the show during its first 3 seasons. However, her meteoric rise to fame came crashing down in March 2021 when she was charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud and money laundering in a scheme that shocked both her fans and the public. Prosecutors revealed that Shah and her assistant orchestrated a sophisticated telemarketing scam that preyed on elderly and vulnerable individuals. Victims were conned into paying exorbitant sums for bogus services like website development and business coaching, which provided little to no value. The devastating impact of the scheme was highlighted by stories like that of Tricia, a 75-year-old woman from North Carolina who lost over $47,000, and Ralph Hick, a World War II veteran who was defrauded of more than $100,000. Hick tragically took his own life at the age of 92, with his family pointing to the financial ruin caused by the scam as a contributing factor. A sentencing memo revealed an even darker side of Shaw, with prosecutors accusing her of mocking her victims and strategizing with co-conspirators on how to manipulate them further. Initially maintaining her innocence, Shaw eventually pleaded guilty to wire fraud and received a 6.5-year prison sentence. She is currently serving her time at Bryan Federal Prison Camp in Texas and is eligible for parole in August 2028. Jen Shaw's dramatic fall from grace serves as a sobering reminder that no one is above the law, not even reality TV stars. Her case continues to stand as a cautionary tale of how greed and deception can lead to catastrophic consequences, leaving a trail of heartbreak and loss in their wake. War Machine, born Jonathan Paul Copenhaver, is an American mixed martial arts (MMA) fighter who once seemed destined for stardom in the sport. Born on November 30th, 1981, in Simi Valley, California, he quickly gained recognition for his strength, speed, and superior fighting skills. War Machine began his MMA career in 2004, competing in high-profile tournaments like the Extreme Fighting Championship XFC, Bellator, MMA, and UFC. His career reached its peak when he appeared on the UFC reality TV show The Ultimate Fighter, where he garnered a large following. Over the course of his nearly decade-long career, War Machine fought a total of 19 times, securing 14 victories and suffering only 5 losses. He gained particular recognition for his powerful knockout ability, with 8 of his wins coming via knockout or technical knockout, TKO. His impressive talent led many to believe he had the potential to become one of the UFC's top fighters, with his aggressive fighting style and dominant performances earning him a dedicated fan base. However, War Machine's promising career came to a tragic end in 2014, when he became involved in a horrific violent crime. After breaking up with his girlfriend, adult film actress Christy Mack, War Machine showed up unannounced at her home in Las Vegas. Upon arriving, he found Christy with another male friend. In a fit of rage, War Machine brutally attacked and raped her, causing severe injuries, including multiple broken bones, internal damage, and severe facial injuries that required emergency hospitalization. Additionally, he also attacked Christy Mack's friend, leaving him seriously injured. This violent incident ended War Machine's MMA career and sparked widespread outrage. War Machine's violent actions shocked the public, and he was arrested after a lengthy manhunt. In 2017, he faced 31 charges, including assault, kidnapping, and sexual assault. Ultimately, War Machine was convicted of all but 2 counts of attempted murder. He was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole no earlier than 2053, marking a tragic end to what was once a promising career in MMA. His conviction highlighted the devastating consequences of his actions and the lasting impact on his victims. War Machine's downfall is not just a story of a talented athlete's downfall, but also a painful reminder of the consequences of violence and the uncontrolled decline of a life. Julie and Todd Chrisley, the dynamic duo behind the hit reality TV show Chrisley Knows Best, captivated audiences with their opulent lifestyle and strict yet humorous approach to parenting in the American South. Premiering in 2014, the show painted a picture of wealth and family values, making the Chrisleys household names. However, their seemingly perfect lives unraveled in August 2019 when they found themselves at the center of a high-profile legal scandal. The couple faced charges of tax evasion, bank fraud, and wire fraud after being accused of concealing nearly $2 million in state taxes and more than $1 million in income from their reality show. Prosecutors alleged that the Chrisleys inflated their net worth to secure over $30 million in loans, submitting falsified documents to banks to fund their extravagant lifestyle. Their carefully curated public image fell apart as the trial revealed a web of financial deceit, leading to convictions for conspiracy to commit bank fraud, conspiracy to defraud the U.S., and tax fraud. Following a 3-week trial, Todd Chrisley was sentenced to 12 years in federal prison, while Julie Chrisley received a 7-year sentence. Todd is currently serving time at the Pensacola Federal Correctional Institution, while Julie is incarcerated at the Mariana Federal Correctional Institution, both in Florida. Their downfall shocked fans and underscored the stark disparity between their glamorous on-screen personas and the reality of their fraudulent actions. The Chrisleys' story stands as a cautionary tale about the dangers of living beyond one's means and the ultimate cost of deception. Once celebrated as symbols of Southern charm and success, their legacy is now overshadowed by their legal troubles and the consequences of their pursuit of wealth at any cost. Jerry Harris, the breakout star of the Netflix docu-series Cheer, captured hearts with his infectious energy, remarkable talent, and uplifting personality as a cheerleader for the Navarro College Bulldogs. His charisma on the show propelled him to fame, landing him high-profile appearances, including a memorable segment on The Ellen DeGeneres Show. Harris quickly became a fan favorite, celebrated for his passion and resilience, which inspired countless viewers and earned him a massive following. However, in September 2020, Harris's meteoric rise came to a sudden and shocking halt. He faced grave allegations of misconduct that occurred when he was 19, leading to a criminal investigation and subsequent legal proceedings. The charges resulted in a prison sentence, marking a devastating turn in his once promising career. The revelation sent shockwaves through his fan base and the entertainment community, prompting discussions about accountability and ethical behavior, particularly among public figures. Harris is currently serving his sentence at a federal correctional facility. His fall from grace serves as a sobering reminder of the critical need for personal responsibility and the consequences of actions that violate trust and ethical standards. The incident has left an indelible mark, reshaping how the public views the complexities of fame and the responsibilities that come with it.